Hey everyone, it's Rylan. It's Thursday, April 27th, 2015 at 5:20 p.m. And okay, so I'm sure you can tell by the title, whatever I decided to name it, that I've made a really big decision. And after being on testosterone for a year and 10 months, I have decided that I am going to stop taking tea. This is a decision that I have been contemplating for the past couple months, ever since I came out as gender fluid. Not even came out, because it's not like I was hiding it. It was more like since I realized I was gender fluid. So I decided on my birthday, actually, which was 2 days ago, on April 25th, that I'm going to stop taking testosterone and doing hormone replacement therapy. And I have a couple reasons for this, but honestly, the main reason is, at this point in my transition and how I identify and how I feel comfortable presenting my gender, I'm uncomfortable with the changes that are happening as far as facial hair goes. I've been on T for long enough that I have had facial hair come in. Not as much as some people this far on T. There are certainly people that have been on T for almost 2 years that have full beards. I'm not one of those people. I shave almost every day, so that's why you never see me with a mustache, but I definitely have videos of me in the past where I had peach fuzz and stuff, but I shave almost every day because I'm really uncomfortable with the facial hair that has been coming in. As it stands, I have sideburns that cut off about here, I have a mustache, I have chin hair, and then I have this random block of of a neck beard. And because I realized that I feel comfortable presenting as female, I don't want to find myself down the road in a couple years or even a couple months having a full beard and having to cover up 5 o'clock shadow with makeup. That's not a look that I'm comfortable with. There are people that do that. There are celebrities like Manny Mua who proudly has a 5 o'clock shadow and wears makeup. That's great for him, but that's not a look that I'm comfortable with. So, I asked a lot of people their opinions on this. I put out some feelers on Reddit and on Facebook and asked people, what they thought about not taking tea. I don't like to call it detransitioning, because that's just not something I don't identify with that word at all. I'm not D anything. I still feel partly male, and I just don't want to be fully in man land. I want to be able to express my gender in a way that is not firmly tied down to a masculine presenting side. I want to be able to still wear makeup and be able to pass as female, but then also I want to be able to wear masculine clothing. And I realized maybe in this moment, honestly, that I don't know that passing as male is my goal anymore, which is why I think I'm okay with stopping tea. I feel more male inside, and I don't know that I'm at the point anymore that I need my outside to match my inside anymore. That was the whole reason I started tea, is that I wanted to be seen as how I identified, which was male. So I wanted the low voice, I wanted a beard, all that stuff. But now I'm realizing that that's not important to me, and I had to learn that a hard way, because my gender identity was never validated by the public masses, as I still get misgendered every day. Now, if I'm dressed like this, I'm getting gendered as a female, obviously, and that's okay with me. But what I'm not okay with is when I'm presenting as male, so aka no makeup, no wigs, wearing like stereotypically male clothing, is when I'm getting called she when I'm dressed like that. That is difficult for me. So I don't know what the future is going to look like when I am presenting as male and I clearly look like a female, how that's going to feel. But really that's no different than what I've been dealing with. It's just going to be more to an extreme because my face is going to go back to how it used to look like before. And if you watch my 1 year on T video, while I look feminine now, this is nothing compared to what I look like. With pictures side by side, I look like a brother of the girl that I used to be. I don't look anything like how I used to look. And my face is going to go back to looking like that. And, you know, I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. There are some stuff that I am not excited to have to deal with while I'm getting off T. I'm not excited to have my period back. That's scary to me because I don't know how I'm going to react to that. I don't know if I'm going to be really dysphoric or what the situation is going to be. But it's something I'm going to have to deal with. I mean, there's always birth control and stuff like that that I can look into. I'm not excited to be really emotional again. I'm not excited to be crying all the time because that's how I was before when I had estrogen through going through my veins. As I was a very, very emotional person and would cry over anything. And then as soon as I started T, that was squashed. And when you're feeling immense emotions, it's kind of like you hit a wall and you can't really go past it and your emotions are stifled. So I'm nervous to be an emotional mess again. But, you know, there are worse things that can happen. So I feel pretty confident in this decision. And I can always go back on T the moment that I feel that it's not the right decision for me. That is not an issue. I literally bought a whole vial of tea the other day. So, you know, I'm not concerned about that. It is readily available to me. And if that's what I want to do, then that's what I'll do. And I'm not saying right now in my transition that I'll never go back on tea again, but I'm also not saying that I will go back on tea. I have no idea. All I know is I'm uncomfortable with the changes. I don't want my voice getting any lower. I don't want any more body hair, specifically on my face. And actually, I'm starting to get chest hair, and that makes me really uncomfortable. It's very interesting because having that hair on my body actually makes me dysphoric for the feminine side that doesn't want to look male. So I think this is going to be a really good decision for now. Like I said, I don't know what the future is going to hold, but I think this is the right decision. So, you know, this isn't an easy video to make because honestly, I'm afraid of the comments that I'm going to get. I'm afraid that the FTM community is going to think that I'm fake or that I was pretending this whole time or that I'm not really trans or whatever. I'm afraid about potential backlash that I could get over this, but the fact of the matter is I still do identify as a transgender individual. My label has changed from FTM to gender fluid, but I still feel like part of me is male. It's just like that's not my whole identity. My identity is more complex than that. And, you know, maybe that'll change in the future too. Maybe I won't identify as transgender and I'll specifically identify as a gender fluid, non-binary person. I don't know. Right now, I'm just living day by day, trying to figure out what fits, what feels comfortable, and right now, this is what feels comfortable. So, in advance, thank you to my supporters that are going to be nice and comment something encouraging and supportive in the comment section. And for those of you that don't understand, that's fine. This is not your journey. You don't have to understand. You don't have to agree with what I'm doing. If you want to say that I'm fake and I'm not trans or whatever, go ahead because I disagree and you're not me. So I get to define how I feel. So I'm kind of just taking it day by day and we'll see what happens. I'm not going to disappear off the face of the earth. You guys are going to hear how this is going to go. Like, I'm still going to be making videos. So if this is like a huge mistake, like, we'll fucking find out together. It's a journey. Like, this is part 2 of the road trip. Like, here we go. Here we go again. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But I did want to clear something up really quick. Someone asked me today, do I regret having top surgery? And the answer is a big, fat, emphatic no. Having top surgery was one of the greatest decisions I could have made for my life. I love wearing tight little dresses and not having boobs and being flat-chested. That makes me feel comfortable. I feel beautiful. I feel sexy. I don't need boobs to help me feel feminine. I am feminine enough, and I don't need body parts to define that femininity that I feel in my soul. So no, I don't regret having top surgery. I don't think, quite frankly, I will ever want boobs again because they're a nuisance. Again, that could change. There are surgeries for that if that comes down the road. But I'm not really interested in that. But another change that I'm also not excited for is the fat redistributing back to my hips and my thighs. That I'm not excited for because my hips have always made me very uncomfortable because I just have always had hips. And I'm not talking the bone structure of hips. I'm talking about like legit like love handles and like having fat on my hips. But diet, exercise, lipo can all fix those things. Because someone suggested getting lipo on my hips if it's still a problem. And I was like, that's drastic. But, you know, it's an option. So just wanted to let you guys know that this is what's going on. And I appreciate the support in advance. I'm still me. I'm still here. I'm still queer. I'm just changing the external a little bit to what I think is going to make me most comfortable on this earth. So, all right, thank you guys so much for watching this entirely long video, but your support means a lot to me. So, bye.